Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What happens next might just change the way you see technology forever. It was a glittering October night in Los Angeles. The ballroom of the Hollywood Gala shimmered with chandeliers, laughter, and the scent of champagne. But when Jeff Bridges stepped onto the stage in a sharp black tuxedo, the atmosphere shifted. He grabbed the mic, eyes scanning the room. "Elon Musk," he said firmly, "your so-called tech revolution is destroying humanity. Robots are stealing jobs. People are being left behind." Gasps rippled through the crowd. A director whispered, "Did he just go after Musk? Here?" Front row, Elon Musk sat motionless in a simple gray shirt. No bow tie, no ego. Just calm, focused silence. He looked up, eyes steady. "Mr. Bridges," Elon replied, voice even. "Technology is built to serve humanity, not replace it." Bridges fired back. "Serve us? Then why are people out of work? Why are humans being replaced by code and metal?" The room went still. Even the servers froze mid-pour. A young actress whispered, "This is intense." Elon slowly lifted a sleek tablet from his lap. "May I offer you a different perspective?" he said with a polite smile. Every camera turned. What would he show? Data? A counterattack? A TED Talk? But Elon didn't flinch, because what he had to share might not just defend innovation, it might redefine what it means to be human. The spotlight now belonged to Elon. With the entire ballroom watching, he stood slowly, tablet in hand, and stepped toward the center of the stage. "Mr. Bridges," he began, voice calm but carrying weight, "Tesla alone has created over 500,000 jobs in the last 10 years. Not taken jobs, created them." He tapped the screen. Behind him, a glowing chart appeared. Factory jobs, solar installations, coding apprenticeships, all traced back to the tech boom. "And these aren't robots," he added. "They're fathers, mothers, veterans, teachers turned engineers." The room stilled, but Elon wasn't finished. "I'm a father too," he said softly, lowering the tablet. "I'm not building rockets just to reach Mars. I'm building futures for them." He tapped again. A video played, factory workers laughing with their kids, a technician teaching her son how solar panels work, a janitor holding a certificate that read, "AI Literacy Graduate." Gasps. Then silence. Jeff Bridges blinked. His jaw clenched, but not in anger. His voice, when it came, was quieter. "But what about feeling? What about soul?" Elon looked directly at him. "Emotion doesn't compete with technology," he said. "It should guide it." The video ended. Jeff's eyes welled. His hand brushed his cheek. A tear fell. From the back, a producer whispered, "He's crying." Elon stepped forward. "We're not on opposite sides, Jeff. We're all in the same boat." Was this a defense of machines, or the start of something profoundly human? The video faded to black, but the silence it left behind was louder than any speech that night. Jeff Bridges stood motionless, his chest rising slowly. The room held its breath with him. "Mr. Musk," he said, voice cracking, "I owe you an apology." A quiet gasp moved through the crowd. Elon didn't hesitate. "No need, Mr. Bridges," he said with a soft smile. "But we can use this moment." Jeff nodded slowly, slipping a folded handkerchief back into his pocket. "What do you propose?" Elon stepped forward. "A partnership," he said. "Let's launch a global initiative, one that unites humanity with technology, not against it." He paused, then added, "We'll call it Human Tech Unity." The room erupted. People stood, applauded. Even the event organizer dropped his clipboard in awe. One screen flashed. "Elon and Bridges unite." Another, #Human Tech Unity, began trending live. Jeff looked at the crowd, then at Elon. "I'm in," he said with a genuine grin. "Let's rewrite the narrative." A screen behind them displayed their names, side by side, beneath the phrase, "Together is the only future worth building." Elon extended a hand. Jeff shook it. And in that single moment, actor and engineer, once adversaries, became something far more powerful. Two voices learning to speak a language bigger than fear. 2 weeks later, downtown Los Angeles looked nothing like before. Orange banners reading "Human Tech Unity" hung from street lamps. Pop-up workshops filled community centers, robotics boot camps for factory workers, AI literacy sessions taught by teenagers to retirees. At a live event outside City Hall, the crowd swelled. Students, engineers, parents, union workers. Jeff Bridges stepped on stage and rolled up sleeves, holding a mic like he was holding his truth. "I was wrong," he told them, "but I chose to learn forward." Applause thundered. Elon Musk joined him on stage, coffee in one hand, data tablet in the other. "And because he did," Elon said, smiling, "we're all moving forward together." From the audience, a warehouse worker held up a certificate and shouted, "I've got a job again, and I built a robot arm." Laughter, cheers, tears. Michelle Yeoh posted a selfie from the crowd. "Never thought I'd cry watching Jeff Bridges talk about AI." X trended for 72 hours. Elon and Bridges are tech for people. In a post-event interview, Jeff said, "Elon didn't defend himself with data. He invited me in with heart." And that invitation, it was spreading like wildfire. But even as momentum surged and the lights of the city glowed with new hope, was this just a movement or the beginning of a new human era? Six months later, in a Tesla facility redesigned as a human tech training hub, the air buzzed with new energy. Gone were the days of sterile automation lines. Now, workers moved side by side with machines, teaching, guiding, improving. Jeff Bridges stood near the entrance, watching a young technician teach a retired welder how to program a robot arm. "Elon," he said, eyes shining, This is real." Elon Musk stood next to him, tablet in hand, wearing his signature calm. "It's not just real," he replied, "it's replicable." On stage, they presented new data. Drop in unemployment, spike in adult education sign-ups, increase in public trust toward AI systems. The backdrop? A massive sign. Human plus tech US. X exploded again. Bridges and Musk deliver. Unity isn't a dream, it's a blueprint. During the Q&A, a young boy stood up, holding a model robot made of Lego and wires. He shouted, "Jeff, you're awesome!" The room laughed. Jeff turned to Elon. "I used to fear this," he said. "Now I wake up excited to build it." Elon nodded. "You didn't just change your mind. You changed the story." The audience rose to their feet. Applause, tears, connection. But even in this moment of success, one quiet question echoed through the metal beams above them. Was this a victory, or just proof that humanity's best chapters are co-written? 1 year later, inside a quiet Tesla campus cafe, the world outside buzzed with headlines about elections, new gadgets, and trending challenges. But in one corner booth, two men sat, no microphones, no crowd. Just Jeff Bridges, cardigan, hands wrapped around a ceramic mug, and Elon Musk, simple black t-shirt, scrolling through community feedback on a tablet. "You know," Jeff said, smiling gently, "if you had told me 2 years ago I'd be doing interviews with engineers and not actors, I would have laughed in your face." Elon chuckled. "And if you'd told me I'd be crying with an Oscar winner on stage, I'd have said my neural net glitched." On the table between them sat a tiny bronze statue, a robot with an open hand and a small heart carved into its chest. The engraving read, "Built by humans, loved by all." Bridges picked it up, running his fingers over the metal. "You made this?" Elon shook his head. "We did." Outside the window, a group of kids in orange Unity Academy shirts waved as they passed by on a tour. Jeff waved back. One of them shouted, "That's the guy who used to hate robots." They both laughed. Then silence, but the good kind. Because this wasn't about winning a debate. It was about rewriting the rules. Now it's your turn. What will you do to bridge the gap between fear and the future? Drop your answer in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe if you believe technology should bring us closer, not pull us apart.